let's take a look at FME Form and AI Assist as it currently stands in FME Workbench. So currently it helps you out with your regular expressions and your string replacer transformer, SQL queries, as well as a bit of Python. In FME 2025.1, we'll see this transform into a chatbot that sits within FME Workbench to help you out with a lot more as well. So to look at how it currently stands, we're opening up a workspace called AI Assist, and that will be available as a link to download later on if you're interested, or you can just follow along. So for this first one, we're going to look at creating regular expressions. So in this case, I'm just going to copy this code here, bit of text, to find some UTABE postcodes. So all we're doing is creating some dummy data of a UTABE postcode, and our string searcher here, inserting that data, and we want to test that using our regular expression. So in our regular expression editor, you can come down to this AI Assist and paste in that prompt to find UTABE postcodes using regex. Just don't hit yes.
Yeah, this one's an important one, isn't it, Siobhan, that pops up here. So this is about what data gets sent to Safe Software. So in this case, what's being sent to Safe Software?
So nothing's being sent to Safe Software in terms of the data. It's just ticking yes that you're happy and you agree with the terms of services. You realize that the AI may not always be right, and so it's always worth checking what it creates into before you implement it into any production workflows.
So it's basically that prompt is what's being sent, no underlying data or anything else. It's just purely that prompt. Yeah.
So we hit apply. And a great feature with the AI Assist as well is that it has a nice explanation down the bottom. So if you want to understand the regex and kind of learn as you're going as well, it's a great place to start. So click OK, and we can run that to test that postcode. We see it was a match using that regular expression.
So you can also use this for the string replacer as well, which has got that regex feature. So yeah, I actually really heavily use this quite a lot. It's been such a great addition to a lot of workflows. I've always been confused by regex, and this makes it so much easier.
Yeah, saves so much time. Cool. So for the second one here, we're going to look at how we can use the AI Assist for some SQL. In this case, we want to create a SQL query to query these 3 tables in our database.
And this is a SQLite database, is it?
Yep, so this one's SQLite. And so when we run this, we'll see it's important to tick this because it lets the AI know what kind of database this is as well. So another important part. So again, we're hitting yes.
So if you run that without ticking the box, what happens basically?
So we'll see here, it's just made up names of databases. It doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of what we have here and call it services instead of servicing, so not that useful. We tick send database schema to AI as well and generate that again. It knows the names of our tables and the fields as well inside of here, so that the query it returns back is a lot more useful. And also, as Oliver mentioned, it knows the SQLite database as well, so it gets the right database schema as well.
So yeah, all the double quotes, right, for the table name and the columns, which is the kind of convention for SQLite. You also see at the top, there's this thing called tokens. So this is basically the way that effectively any type of AI large language model works is by being passed tokens and sending out tokens back. Now, as you can see, that sentence was only 42 tokens in length, which is typically about 2/3 of a word, that type of thing. But alongside that prompt, just as Siobhan was saying, the schema of the database is also being sent. So that's probably in the region of a few hundred extra tokens as well. So you can imagine you could probably pass quite a large database schema to this tool and be able to request back queries and still not kind of fill that maximum capacity of, what was it, over 120,000 tokens. So yeah, really quite nice use cases for if you're having to deal with very large database structures.
What's great here as well is that we're doing a join on these three tables, and so it's able to understand how those three tables link, so what's that primary key to connect them, so that it returns the right data.
Nice.
So if we expose those attributes from our query, we can find our most expensive car service. And we can see from our database of pretend car services that there was a software update on a BMW that cost $491 or pounds maybe, depending on where it's from. So a nice simple query using AI Assist. And in this last one, we're going to explain some Python code using AI Assist. So in this case, we already have the Python script in here, but we maybe have been given this from a colleague who's left and we don't really know what's going on. In this case, it's quite simple, but you might get a really lengthy Python script and you're no Python expert, so it's a good place to start. So with AI Assist, instead of generating code, we want it to add some comments. If we hit generate on that, again, not setting the data, what we're setting is this text in here, and it will understand the different parts of the Python.
And so
it's nice.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what's so good about this? Like the commenting is usually pretty spot on. I think GPT-4o is being used by this under the covers by Safe Software. When we were using it before, I think it was using GPT 3.5 and it was a little bit more limited, but now it's much better at the commenting. Yeah, so that's a pretty good use case. Have you tried it for actually generating code though, Siobhan?
A little bit, and it's a bit hit and miss, so I tend to do it myself or use different services with someone on the team really if I need some Python.
Yeah. So your mileage may vary when it comes to actually generating some code, but for commenting it's really very powerful. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. You hit apply in there and nicely commented Python script now, and we know that it's creating a timestamp and creating a timestamp attribute to add to our data. Cool. And just like that, those are the three AI Assist as it was in FME before. We'll quickly jump to my screen now and have a look at FME 2025.1, which has just come out and it's very exciting. If you haven't done it yet, definitely recommend giving it a go. So FME 2025.1. In this case, we've been given a workspace. It's devoid of any commenting, any bookmarks, any documentation. So if I want to know what's going on in here, it's a bit hard. But with AI Assist, I can kind of get a start on it. So with the new AI Assist, first of all, you'll need to be logged into the FME community. So up here, you can see I have logged in with my account, so I can start using this AI Assist chatbot. So it also has a history, so it keeps track of everything you've done. It uses the FME documentation and all the blogs as kind of the resources. And in here, you can start some chat, and it will read the context based in your workbench and understand what's going on. So for instance, right now, it's reading my entire workspace. I can say, what is this workspace doing? Even if you have typos, probably still understand.
And so basically what it's doing behind the scenes is generating a summary of that full workspace as a prompt to then feed into this tool to get a response back. So that's why this is kind of such a comprehensive response, is that it's really fed all of the information from the workspace in to generate that workspace summary that you see.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really nice concise summary here. It knows that it's fetching in live data from the HTTP crawler here of the EA API. It's getting some Polygon areas around flooding, so it's going to read the context as well. And so I can add that as an annotation to quickly document my workspace and understand the next time I come into here what this workspace purpose might be. You can also add that to your workspace description and your parameters as well. Another great place.
Oh yeah, do you want to show that? Because I really like that. That's a cool feature.
Yeah, so click on that one, workspace parameters up here, click add to, and that summary in there is chucked right in the overview as well. So great place to put extra documentation. And then it's breaking down each T step in the workspace and the different transformers that are used. And if we want any more detailed breakdown, I could ask. But in this case, I want to come to the end of my workspace, and right now there's 3 HTML report generators here, but I don't quite know what to do next. So here I can select these 4 and click Add as AI context. So these are the 4 at the end of the workspace, and now the context is focused around these transformers. Now I can ask, what should I do next?
So this is using, I guess, all of those kind of community articles and other examples. I think also usage statistics on different transformers as well, from past fast data gathering to kind of come up with a suggestion. So quite a neat application of AI here.
Yeah, so if you're stuck with what to do next, or you might have a transformer in your brain that you think it's called one thing, but it might be called something completely different. If you put a description of what you want it to do, we'll be able to help you out. In this case, it's told me you might want to use HTML report generator, add an HTML writer, that kind of thing, and so gives me some ideas of what I can do next and continue my workflow.
And then what's good about this, like, I don't know if you've had this before, Siobhan, but if you've like gone into ChatGPT or Google Gemini and said, oh, I'm trying to do this, what's the name of the transformer? And invariably it hallucinates what transformer's needed. Whereas this is definitely a lot more trained on transformers that actually do exist. So yeah, I haven't found, when I've been playing around with it, it hasn't made up any transformers for me. But yeah, who knows, it might do. But with ChatGPT and Google Gemini, it's really common to find that happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it also will tell you if it doesn't know sometimes as well, which is quite nice and refreshing.
Yeah, very cool. Lovely. Cool. Thank you very much for the demo.